All right, so I got a few minutes before I run into a meeting with one of our customers, oil field client. A lot of people have been asking, they're like, damn, Race, you're back. What's going on? What gives? Why all of a sudden the presence on social media again? Glad to see you're doing good. And I appreciate all that. Biggest thing about, I didn't even take time off from social media. I don't take time off from anything, really. I just stopped posting as frequently. One, because I was busy. And two, because I genuinely don't need or like that attention. I think anybody that goes to social media to fill a void within themselves, something's clearly fucked up and is wrong with that person. And I'm not throwing shade, I'm not casting stones, I'm not passing judgment on nobody. But me as a person, I don't need that. However, what I do need to do is I got to be fully transparent, and I've got to be able to show the lows with the highs. It can't just be all glamour and glitz and success and, oh, if you just eat 6 meals a day, you're going to look like this. If you just do that, I wanted people to see that you fall, and as long as you're not a fucking pussy, you can come back up. And that's with anything. You guys know how I feel about emotions. I'm so emotionally detached from things. There's only a handful of things in my life that really could derail me. Like, emotionally, sadness, relationships, my kids, family, friends. Them are the things I value. That's about it. Even materialistic things, I could give 2 fucks. I'll have things one year and then I won't have them the next. So I don't really give a shit. But at the end of the day, I do need to spread the message to whoever listened, and it really doesn't fucking matter, because if one person hears me and is like, damn, he pulled it off, then I succeeded. Then I've accomplished the goal. And that the goal is to get one person to not be a bitch. So that's why I'm back. It's not for clout, it's not for attention, it's not to show everyone, oh, I made it, life's going great. Yeah, life is great. Life's better than it has been, but it's going to be better in the future. It's because with me, I'm a always moving forward kind of person. Even when things may be down, oil's down, relationships aren't going as good, I'm in a different spot. Like, even when things are down, to me, they're still going up because they're evolving. Everything's constantly changing, and I love that. I operate in that space. I love the challenge, and I love the seeing what I can do, if that makes any sense. So even when I'm down, I'm not really down. And when I'm up and things are going great, I want them to be better. I want them to, and it's not because I'm not appreciative. I'm very appreciative. I have gratitude for every day, the good and the bad. And I think that's how we should all live. We should all have gratitude. Every day that you wake up is a day you should be thankful for. It doesn't matter if you're in the worst fucking bankruptcy, or you just lost your job, or you lost a loved one. If you're still breathing, that means you have a shot. That means you have a chance. And if you can't be grateful for that, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Then you're going to have a miserable, sad, shitty fucking life. That's just the reality of it. But no, I just want to come back, and I want to spread positivity, but in my way. I'm not going to give you guys that pussyfooting, fluffy foo-foo shit of, oh, let's just all love our brother and be happy, and, everything's fucking rainbows and all this shit. Fuck that. I want to spread positivity, but I want to spread it in the real way, the way that it absolutely has to be done. Because I know I know a few people that are always going through some bullshit, and every time they come to me and ask for advice, I'm just like, your problems are fucking easy. They're simple to solve. It just starts with putting one foot in front of the other. And that blows their mind. They like, I don't know how, I just don't know how you do it. How do you have the energy? Well, you just fucking do it. And what I mean by like I'll give you an example. This one guy, he's been depressed for 3 years. He doesn't work anymore. He basically just sleeps and lays around and gets up at weird hours and watches Netflix. That's all this motherfucker does. And it's really sad to see, but it's also pathetic as fuck. Because to me, I'm like, dude, just go meet somebody. Get the fuck out. Go do something with yourself. Well, how do I start? Well, like I told Alyssa the other night, I'm like, all this motherfucker needs to do is go for a walk. I'm talking just go around the fucking block, go for a little walk, and then the next day, go a little further. Then the next day, go a little further. And that's anything in life. When I was getting fat and nasty after I tore my ACL and I was sitting, standing in one of my best friend's basement, and I just got divorced, I was in between jobs. I mean, I was working, don't get me wrong. I've never not fucking worked. I've always had some great people around me that have helped me and given me opportunity, but I worked for it. I had to fucking work. But when I was laying in my best friend's basement, like going, holy shit. And it's just coming from living in a $600,000 house, 2 kids, ex-wife, beautiful cars, toys. I had Camaros, I had Harleys, I've had side-by-sides, I've had it all. And I'm in this basement. And I'm like, knees blown to shit, had ACL surgery, my MCL, my meniscus, everything was fucked. But I was still going. I'm like, oh yeah, I got all kinds of time. I got shit to do. I started going to the gym again. And I fucking start figuring out ways to get back into the industry that I love more than anything. That's oil and gas. Like things were tough because oil was completely in the bottom. But I reached out and I found a way. And that's what I'm talking about with this individual. It's like, dude, one foot in front of the other. It's really not hard if you just do it. But it's what we as humans, our biggest problem is anytime we go through a divorce or we get fired or we lose our job, we want to see the outcome. We're so focused on what's going to happen that we don't worry about just the little steps it takes to get from A to Z. We want to get to Z. And if we don't know what that looks like, we're like, fuck that. But me, I'm here to tell you, because I've done it a couple times. And don't get me wrong, I've been through the lows of the lows and the highs of the highs. I've lost, I've learned, I've loved, done all that shit. But with me, it's always moving forward. Rivers will carve the fucking Grand Canyon. Literally. A pond will do nothing but sit there and kill everything around it. So think about it. Moving something, objects in motion are more dangerous than something standing still, right? So if your lazy ass is just sitting there fucking crying because things aren't going your way, well, of course it's going to be shitty. Of course it's going to be bad. It's going to stay that way. You have to move for other things to move. Does that make any sense? Because it's a fact. You have to move for other things to move. You have to move to meet the next person. You have to move to get the next job. You have to move to keep your fat ass from looking disgusting. Because if you look disgusting, nobody's going to be attracted to you. Nobody's going to want to hire you. You're going to look like shit. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to have low confidence. And that confidence is going to spew out to everything else. So, point of the story, and I know I got off topic there because I was just talking about why I came back. I came back because I want to help others learn to move. Thank you. Love you guys. And I'll be back.